A sage who feared no king, no deva, no curse, was running for his life. O sages, before Durvasa ran from that blazing chakra, there lived a king whose devotion shook even the heavens. In the sacred line of Manu was born Nabhaga, and from his dharmic family came the great devotee Ambarisha. When Nabhaga was denied his share, he chose humility over anger and protected the dharma of Ambarisha's lineage. His father did not give him wealth. He gave him dharma and sent Nabhaga toward a destiny unseen. Obeying his father, Nabhaga left wealth behind and walked toward the sacred fire of destiny. At the sacred fire, Nabhaga arrived as a servant, unaware that destiny was waiting there. When the sages paused in doubt, Nabhaga spoke the sacred wisdom his father had given him. Pleased by Nabhaga's humility, the sages blessed him and left their remaining wealth behind. As Nabhaga stood beside the sacred wealth, a mysterious ascetic suddenly appeared and claimed it as his own.
Nabhaga, this wealth is mine. Ask your father if you seek the truth.
Troubled by the ascetic's words, Nabhaga returned to his father and asked for the truth.
My son, that ascetic was Rudra. The remains of a sacrifice belong to him. Return, bow, and offer everything.
Hearing his father's words, Nabhaga returned, bowed before Rudra, and offered everything without pride.
Nabhaga, your father spoke the truth. Your humility has pleased me. Take this wealth with my blessing.
From Nabhaga's blessed house was born Ambarisha, a child whose heart would belong only to Lord Vishnu. As Ambarisha grew into a young prince, his heart turned away from pleasure and rested only at Lord Vishnu's feet. As Ambarisha grew, he saw kingship not as power, but as service to Lord Vishnu. When the burden of kingship came near, Ambarisha accepted it as service, not as pride. Under Ambarisha's rule, the people lived without fear, protected by dharma and devotion. Ambarisha listened to every voice, seeing his people as service to Lord Vishnu. Even in the palace, Ambarisha lived without pride, keeping Lord Vishnu above every royal comfort. Ambarisha offered his mind, words, hands and heart completely at the feet of Lord Vishnu. Pleased by Ambarisha's devotion, Lord Vishnu silently placed divine protection around his devotee. With his queen, Ambarisha began a sacred Ekadashi vow, offering a full year of devotion to Lord Vishnu. At last, the final Dwadashi arrived, and Ambarisha prepared to complete the vow with perfect devotion. With pure devotion, Ambarisha worshipped Lord Vishnu and honored the Brahmanas before completing his vow. As the sacred ritual neared completion, Durvasa Muni arrived, and the quiet morning suddenly carried a hidden tension.
O revered Muni, please bless my house. Kindly accept our humble meal after your bath.
Durvasa accepted the invitation and went to bathe in the Yamuna, while time quietly began to slip away. But Durvasa did not return. Time was passing, and Ambarisha stood between two sacred duties. To protect the vow without dishonoring the sage, Ambarisha took only a small sip of water.
You invited me as a guest, yet you broke your fast before I returned?
Blinded by anger, Durvasa tore a lock of hair and summoned a terrifying being against Ambarisha. Before the fiery being could touch Ambarisha, Sudarshana Chakra arose and destroyed it. Then Sudarshana turned toward Durvasa, and the mighty sage fled in fear. Sudarshana chased Durvasa across the mountains, and fear drove him toward Brahmaloka. Durvasa reached Brahmaloka, but even Brahma could not stop Sudarshana. Durvasa then ran to Shiva, but even Mahadeva could not stop Sudarshana. At last, Durvasa reached Lord Vishnu, but Vishnu gave him only one path.
Go back to Ambarisha. Only his forgiveness can save you.
Durvasa returned to Ambarisha, trembling with fear, and begged the king for forgiveness. Seeing Durvasa's suffering, Ambarisha prayed to Sudarshana, asking the Lord's weapon to show mercy. By Ambarisha's prayer, Sudarshana became peaceful and Durvasa was saved. Humbled by Ambarisha's mercy, Durvasa accepted the king's hospitality with a grateful heart. After honoring Durvasa with respect, Ambarisha finally broke his own fast in peace. The Bhagavata teaches that true devotion shines through humility, patience, and forgiveness.
Follow Purana Chitra for more sacred stories from the Puranas.